Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Craft Hoarder, where we talk about all things crafty over here in our own crazy little corner of YouTube. Today, I am kitting up a new diamond painting, and I can't make up my mind. So here is what I did. I made a wheel and picked 10 kits out of my stash and put them on the wheel, and we are gonna shuffle, 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 and one more for good measure. And then I am going to let the wheel decide what kit we are kitting up today. Hey, there we go. Ooh, we are doing a big one. We are kitting up Train of Dreams. Oh boy, I might not have enough storage containers out. Okay, let me go get that, and I will be right back. We're gonna kit up Train of Dreams. Here we go. Okay, y'all, we're back. I got our kit. I have no idea how many colors in this. I do know that the canvas is huge. So let's see here. Take those out. What is going on here? It's stuck in there. I put it back really sloppily, apparently, after I unboxed this. So maybe I can get it out from this side. This is a lot of drill. Okay, so this is the canvas. We're not going to mess with that right now. I just want to make sure we have all of the drills. Okay, and this is a round kit, which is actually kind of a good thing that we got a round kit, because I've been doing an awful lot of squares, and I have a lot of squares kitted up. So, oh my goodness, this is so many. I do need the inventory sheet from out of here, because I'm sure I wrapped it back up in here somewhere, since it's not in the box. There it is. Okay. So it's actually not as many colors as I thought it was. So we might be okay here. It's a ginormous canvas is what it is. It's ginormous. So this is the one that's like takes up my entire 8-top dining table. What does it say it measures? It is 68 inches by 18 inches. That's pretty dang big. So we are going to a massive canvas. I've got a few massive ones going right now, which is fine. It's all fine. They're all going to get done at some point anyway. Ooh, you know what I don't have? I don't have any scissors. I need to go grab scissors. Okay, we're back. Got scissors. Okay, so the worst part about kitting up is all the crinkle, and I'm sorry, there's really nothing I can do about that. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut all of these apart. And then we're going to kind of organize into sizes, so I know which size container we're going in. I do know that there's 57 colors. So we should be okay with just the one tray. It depends on how many large ones I need. So let's start by just chopping these apart. And you do kind of want to be careful, because you don't want to like accidentally open one. Okay, so as we go, we're just going to kind of separate in color order because one of these should fit into like one of these little guys or maybe one of these guys. I want to make sure that I have enough of the big containers for like the larger amounts of drips. And this can get kind of boring, so I will see you back when I have all of these cut apart and separated. As you can tell, I'm cutting them apart and laying them out into the individual piles so that I can kind of see, and if I have multiple bags, I'll put all the bags together. That way I can kind of see what I've got and decide what's going to go into what container. So it's going to be a few minutes for me. It's going to be like magic for you. And I will see you back in just a minute. Okay, so that took me approximately like 5 or 6 minutes to get all of those cut apart and sorted. And right off the bat, the most ones that I have are these 310. There's 4 bags of those. I might be able to fit them all in here. We're gonna give that a shot. Oh, I missed a stack of 2 there. So I kind of put everything that had multiple bags off to the side. Everything that just had a little tiny bit is in a pile up here. Because I know those will go in these little guys. And I know I want to have enough of the bigger containers to do those ones. So I am going to pause for just a second because you'll have to pardon me. But I need to go grab a drink of water. My juice is not cutting it at this point, so I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that little pause there for a second. Okay, so for you, it doesn't seem like anything. So I have my big tray here with a lid that is going to help me, and I am going to start. I'm really excited about using this funnel. This is the first time I get to use this funnel to kit up, so I'm really excited about that. And we are going to start with these big bags of 410. And I'm just going to, start out by cutting them all open and dumping them all into this tray. And we'll see how many fit in there. So, and remember, I always talk about saving those little plastic baggies. This is why. You always end up with all of this plastic everywhere, and these little plastic baggies that these come in make awesome little trash bags, so I don't get bits of plastic all over my house. Okay, so that's about all I feel comfortable with putting in there, because that's a lot. So we are going to see how full that makes this container. Oh, talk about an easy method of kitting up. Ooh, I like this funnel. I think I could probably fit maybe 1 more bag in there. And these are kind of staticky, so I'm glad I brought my little cut up dryer sheets because these ones are kind of staticky. I think this is an older kit, and they do tend to, yeah, so we can definitely fit 1 more baggie of drills in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me put the stopper back in. Okay, so we know these big containers are going to hold 3 of these heat sealed bags now. which is good because I don't have a whole lot of the room for these big ones in the tray. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's probably full enough there. Let's make sure all those little bits are out of there. Oh, we got a little straggler there. These ones are definitely a little more staticky. Again, I do think this isn't one of their older kits. This is a Diamond Art Club kit, but so that's 3 bags in that container, which is rather nice. And then I have this little tin that I just cut up bits of dryer sheet in, and I have to refill this, like, I don't know, once in a great while, and I'm actually going to stick more than one in there. I think I just stuck like 2. We'll do 3 pieces in there because those are pretty staticky. And then just kind of shake them a little bit so that that dryer sheet starts to take some of that static away, hopefully. If they're too bad, then I will throw the containers in the freezer once they're done. Okay, so this is going to get our 310 label. And I don't know if I want to open up another baggie yet and stick it in a smaller container. I think I'm going to save this last bag for the end and see if we have enough room in this tray for it. It might just sit on top as an extra. Okay, so we know we're going to need more dryer sheets. Ooh, don't fall over and spill. Okay. So since I know that those big containers hold 3, and I'm just going to set this off to the side for now. And I'm actually going to do all 3 of these bags into this tray and do this big container here. I love this hands-free thing. Ooh, don't be throwing containers at yourself. I love this hands-free funnel. This is fantastic. I mean, talk about making things quick and easy. That is super nice. Because before I was kind of, well, I mean, these trays help a lot too. So before I upgraded my trays and I was just using what came in it, it was kind of a hassle because the trays are not that big. I have a toolkit here and I can show you like a size comparison to what I am using compared to what comes with it. So like this is what comes with it, and that's the size comparison. So what I'm using is much larger. And before I upgraded the trays, I was using those smaller ones to try and kit up, and I didn't have this funnel. So it kind of made it a little bit difficult. And the process seemed to take like a really long time. Oh boy, what number was that we just did, guys? Oh boy, 400. Okay. The little baggie over there says 400. Should probably not throw the bag away until I am done labeling the container, because that could have been bad, right? Like, could have been doing all kinds of messed up stuff. Okay, so we want a couple of dryer sheets in this one. And number 400. Okay. So we know these big ones hold 3. So I'm thinking that these ones might be the size to hold 2. We're going to try it. And if I'm wrong, then we can always fix that, right? Anything can be fixed. Okay, so yeah, see, there's a lot of static in these bags. I really think this is definitely one of their older kits. They did something to their bags or to their drills or something in the newer kits where it, like, the static is not this bad, but like this is some pretty heavy duty static here. Ooh, they're flying all over the place. Uh-oh, I'm getting drills on the floor. Oopsie. Okay. And come out of there. Come on. There's a whole bunch of them that are just static clinging to this inside of this bag. I've also heard that spraying them with Scotch Guard? No, Static Guard works really well too, but I haven't actually tried it because I seem to have pretty good luck with the dryer sheets. I mean, once the dryer sheets have been in there for a while, and this kit is going to sit around for a bit before I actually start it because I already have 6 other whips going on right now. I just don't like to have empty storage, and I just kit down and I can't have empty storage, so that means it is time to kit up another one. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be working on this for a while, so just sitting there. Okay, let's hope this works. Ooh, there's a funky something there. It's like a funky melted bit of plastic or something. I don't know what that is. It's like a whole bunch of drill pieces stuck together. Anywho, so just because I'm, oh my goodness, the static in this is so bad. Oh. And that's nothing against DAC, guys. It's probably just the humidity in the air right now. Oh my God. Okay. What in the tarnation? Oh, this color is particularly bad. They're like popping out all over the place from just the static factor. I mean, I don't think I, oops. I don't think I tipped that when I unstoppered it. I am going to have so many bits of maroon in my vacuum, it's not even funny. Okay. So, let's hope this works. Let's hope that 2 bags fits in this size. I'm really nervous about that. Oi! Don't pop out. No. Stop throwing yourselves. Good Lord. Okay, so there's not that much left, and there's plenty of room. I think if we can get them to stop jumping all over the place, we should be fine and be able to get them all in there. But I mean, this is ridiculous. It's like watching Rice Krispies pop or popcorn pop or something. They're just jumping jelly beans everywhere. Oh, good Lord. And now they're stuck to me. Would you get off? Okay. I think I need a brush. Oh boy. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go grab my little brush because I'm not gonna be able to get those out without like some kind of explosion. And look at how stuck they are to the inside of this funnel. These are, I mean, look at that. Like they're like jumping to my finger. Okay, DAC is not usually like this. Like I have never had static like this from a DAC kit, and I don't think it's on them. I think it's probably just humidity factor, and I do think it's an older kit, so how long has it been stored? I think that they've also changed the packaging of their bags because their new ones are not like this. Yeah, I'm gonna go get that little brush. So I will pop back in just a sec. Okay, so I have this little dust brush. I don't know where it came from, to be honest. But we're gonna see if maybe this will help. Oh my god, there's just so much static in these. They're like, oh, please quit jumping out everywhere. Oh my god. I think I've lost probably like 100 drills, guys, just from them jumping. It's like jumping jelly beans. Like diamond painting meets Looney Tunes. Holy crap. Like, look at that. They're sticking everywhere. This is brutal. Okay, this might be the first time where I'm like, maybe I should get some static guard. Okay, so this container is definitely going in the freezer for a little bit. Like, if you put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes, that kills like most of the static. And then keep your dryer sheets in there, so it should be okay. But like, holy cow, this is ridiculous. I mean, look at the inside of that funnel. And this is an anti-static funnel, an anti-static tray. Like, this is just, I mean, they're all over the place. They're all over my floor. How many did I lose down here? Oh my god, there's like 1 million down here. Oh, I don't even know how I'm gonna get them out of the carpet. Ew. Ew. Okay, you know what? I'll worry about those ones later because that is going to take a bit. But there's probably close to like, I don't know, 50 or 100 in the carpet. And you can see like inside of this funnel. And they just keep jumping out. What on earth? I have never seen this before. I have never had drills like this before, ever. And again, I don't think it's the company. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's the company. I just think that it's probably the way it was stored before being transferred, or the way the shipping company stored it. A lot of times going through different kinds of weather during shipping can affect static factor in things, so maybe that's part of it. I mean, these are seriously like jumping out everywhere. Ah, they're everywhere. Oh no, they're everywhere. I've never had this happen before. This is bizarre. Okay, so we definitely need dryer sheets in there. Let's just go ahead and stick like a good bunch of them in there. Maybe just push them down a little bit. Ah, get off of me. Maybe pushing them down wasn't such a good idea, because now they're all stuck to me. Okay. All right, and I'm going to pick up the ones off of my floor later. Okay, what number was this? Good Lord, I did it again, didn't I? 814. Wow, that was brutal. I have never had a kit that was that bad, and I definitely do think this is one of the older kits, because the symbols on this one, I don't know if that's showing up. There we go. So this is like the older style symbols, so it's definitely an older kit, and that's probably why I'm not used to this. So yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Okay, so we know that these smaller big containers, I guess, hold 2 bags. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So I'm actually going to turn this off and come back after I've kit up those 6, because if this batch is anything like that color, that's going to be a while, and I don't want to like waste all of your time. So I will be right back. Okay, so I decided to come back sooner than I planned. I did one color off camera and it went in nice and smooth, so I'm hoping that the rest of these will too, and that one color was just like a major fluke. The rest of these do not seem to be as bad, so let's hope. Yeah, see, like, this is exactly what the last one did. Like, super smooth. 1 or 2 left behind, but not like the whole bag jumping out at me. So, hopefully these all go pretty smoothly from here on out. And that was just a fluke. I hope. Oh, should probably put the container in there before I go to dump it, though. That might be a good idea. And you don't have to hang on to these when you do it. I just do it so that I don't accidentally knock the whole thing over. Because I am known to be very accident prone. Just ask anybody that knows me. That is color 498. Okay, so the next color is 783. Ooh, this one is definitely staticky. We'll hold off on that one. This one doesn't look too bad though. So let's try this one and see how this goes. Get garbage out of the way. Hey. Okay, a little bit of static here. Not as bad. But, definitely trying to jump a little more. Ooh, and fly a little more. Okay. So you guys get to struggle with me. And we want one of these. I love this one. This is genius. Oh, look at that. There's one of those 814s. These just went everywhere. Oh, good Lord. That dryer sheet does seem to be helping though. Okay. So the funnel came and the trays. Whoops, there's one. The funnel and the tray are both from Bella Art De Nicole. They are a small husband and wife team. He is in the military, and they have a 3D printing business where they print off trays, funnels, pen holders. Yeah, we got a few of these little jumpers all over the place. And look at that, another one of those little buggers. Yeah, those things just went flying. That will definitely not be my favorite color to work with. What was I saying? Oh, they took over Mary's Diamonds, and that is now Bella Art Diamonds, which I did an unboxing of, which should be loaded before this video. We're gonna stick a few pieces of dryer sheet in that one too. $7.97. Should be up before this video is. Yeah, my sticker sheet got a little messed up too. So, not Diamond Art's fault. It's my fault. The static is a bit annoying, but I'm assuming that's like shipping problems and the areas that it went through is my guess. So I'm gonna deal with the rest of these double bags and I'll be back because I was hoping that they were gonna go smooth, but obviously not. With that blue one jumping out everywhere, I got lucky with like one color. So I'll be back. Okay, so the last bag I did was damn near as bad as the first one of all the static. So I am going to try something and you will get to witness with me to see how well this actually works. I am taking a few pieces of dryer sheet and I wiped down the whole rim of the funnel and I've wiped down the tray. And I am going to attempt to pour the drills through that little tornado of dryer sheet there and see if that might make any kind of difference. I don't know because these are definitely very staticky. So we'll see if it works, but hopefully we'll get to see this like help with some of the static. Hopefully. Okay, so these ones can get tossed because that's the number I'm working on, 337. Ooh. Okay, I can already tell you that wiping down the tray really didn't make much difference. Let's see if this helps. Okay, it did, yes. Okay, so that helped. That helped a lot. There's not a whole bunch stuck around the rim. It's amazing that they are so staticky that they're actually trying to make the dryer sheets staticky, which is weird because dryer sheets are not supposed to be staticky. And I don't have as many stuck in the tray, so I guess I can't say that wiping it down didn't do any good. So yeah, hopefully that helps enough that I don't have to keep cutting out and coming back. And I think I'm going to stick a couple more pieces in there actually because that worked surprisingly well. So let's just kind of make a little love bomb of anti-static here and see what happens. I mean, I still want to be able to pour through, but I want as much of the drills to touch that as possible. and hopefully kind of cut some of that yucky. Because they are really staticky. 3371. I mean, there's still some stuck in the bags, and I'm not too worried about it because you always get extra in these things. So I'm not gonna fuss too much about that. Like, because I kind of want to just like move on. I'm pretty much already done like kitting this up in my head. So oh, these ones are so bad. Holy cow. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna throw this whole tray in my freezer after I'm done kitting it up. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, and it didn't cut open all the way. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I got a mess here. Okay. So note to self, when they're this staticky, maybe don't do 2 at a time. Let's see what this does. Okay, that kind of helped. Throw a dryer sheet inside the bag. Okay. Okay, so we're learning together, guys. We are learning together how to deal with this much static. Like, I don't even want to like lift this up to show you. But let's just set that right in there. Oh, and then it fell right back out. But it did kind of wipe that edge. So once they hit that edge, they kind of fall off better. Oh my goodness, this is a struggle. The struggle is real on the train of dreams. Did anybody else have this problem with this kit? Or did I just get lucky? Like, I always seem to get lucky in those kinds of things, right? Like, things don't generally work out for me the way I plan them to. So I'm wondering if this is just another case of that, or if a lot of people had this issue. So if you've had this kit, and you have had, oh, don't do that. Put your container in. And you've had struggles like this when you were getting up, could you let me know so I don't feel so bad about it, please? Like, I would really appreciate that. Because I frankly kind of feel like an idiot for having to deal with this. And especially after me saying that, like, most of the time, like, DAC does not really have a lot of static in their kits. So I don't know what the deal with this is. I really do. It's an older kit. I mean, that's gotta be it, right? Like, they did something. I know that they poke, like, little teeny tiny pinprick holes in their heat-sealed bags now. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the difference, is letting a little bit of air in there so that all the plastics aren't rubbing together. And maybe that's the magic. I don't know. Could somebody tell me? Like, because I feel like I cannot be the only one struggling this much with this kit. Like, thank God for this funnel, because I would be having a hell of a time trying to hold everything with my hands right now. Holy crap-a-woly. Okay, get you a funnel. Like, seriously, you have a kit like this, you want you a funnel. Okay, let's kind of... They're sticking to the dryer sheets. It is so staticky, they're sticking to the dryer sheets. Like, that is not supposed to happen. Okay. Although I will say making that little rows of dryer sheets definitely helped. Because they're not getting stuck to the underside of the funnel and they're not getting stuck to the upper side of the funnel. It's bad. So that definitely did help. That was not too shabby of an idea. This is 783. Okay. Wow, that was an exercise. Holy smoky-oly. Let's hope some of these smaller bags are not that bad. I kind of feel like it's going to be a struggle all the way around, though. So, let's see how... see, look at that. All that static. Ugh. Okay, these ABs aren't too bad, though. Okay, so let's see... I'm going to say that this size is probably going to fit in this container. I want to see if these big, thick baggies will fit in those containers, though. So let's try one of these first, because I have a few spares of the other size if it doesn't work in my favor. But I do kind of want to give it a try. And then I am going to kit the rest. Okay, so I'm going to kit up one of these and then like a small bit, just so you can kind of see the funneling use. And then I'm going to cut out and come back when it's all done and show you what it looks like, because this is a severe struggle. Okay, so are you guys seeing this? Like, I don't even know if you're seeing this. The ridiculous amount that is getting stuck to these bags is just, this is crazy. This is crazy. I have gems all over my floor. I haven't had a kit this bad in a really long time. I am so used to like the new Dreamers and the new DACs and like the Oraloas and let's see, the Divaden, Evermoment. I'm so used to these like not having static that I kind of forget that my whole stash of like Amazon and Temu kits is kind of going to be like this, because there's generally a lot of static in those, and I do have a lot of those. And they're all probably going to be really similar to this when I go to kit them up. I don't show them on here because so like, I'm not about to get into this whole licensing agreement argument with anybody, right? Like, you do you, boo. I'm not here to shame nobody. I have plenty of them Temus. I have plenty of them Amazons. Like, those cheapy babies that are really nice. I have plenty of those. So I'm not here to shame anybody. I will say that I do prefer, now that I know, I do prefer the licensed kits, because I like having access to high quality art, and the more the artists get paid, the more they're going to want to do it, right? Like, it's like that with any job. If you're not getting paid for it, it sucks. What's the point? And I mean, artists, they struggle enough. So I am a fan of the licensed kits. I do still buy unlicensed kits. You won't ever see any on this channel though, because unless I'm doing like a stash video, and there will be a disclaimer on those. I'm not going to ever promote any of them. Ooh. There was barely enough room in this container. Just barely. Ooh, that's a tight fit. I should have probably been paying a little bit better attention to that. Ooh, that was a tight fit. That was really close. Okay. So let's see if this, yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Um, oh yeah, so I won't ever promote those because like I want artists to get paid for what they do. Otherwise they're gonna stop doing it and we're not gonna have any cool art. And that'll just be a bummer for everybody. Besides, when you work that hard, you should get paid. Um, but that's all beside the point. I'm not here to shame nobody. You do you, right? Like we all have them. I have them. I'm still gonna buy them, but I tend to steer away from them unless I just need like small, tiny pieces because some of these companies they just don't make like 20 by 20s. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pay the price that they want for a 20 by 20. If I'm going to spend that much on a kit, then I'm going to spend extra and get a kit that's like this big, right? That's just my opinions. And my whole point in this was that I won't show them on here because YouTube's copyright. Right? Like, I don't want to get in trouble with their copyright laws. I have no idea how to tell if an image is licensed or not. I have no idea how to do any of that, like, backwards imaging stuff. Like, I'm not that talented with computers yet. I will learn. I'm not there yet. I don't know how to do it. I'm not really looking for an explanation on how to do it either because I'm not there. I don't need this right now, right? Like I don't need that extra step at the moment. So I tend to, so I won't show like my Temu and Amazon stuff, but I also don't tend to buy as many of them as I used to. I have, I don't know, probably like 30 or so of those, like Amazon and Temu kits. The only way you're ever going to see them is like if it's a stash or like a review of my year kind of video. And there'll be a disclaimer that says, hey, you know, I don't know that this image is licensed. I do tend to steer away from them though, because I do know that a lot of the times it's stolen artwork. And again, you do you. Like, nobody's shining, right? I'm lucky enough that I can afford to invest in the ones that I want. But I also don't have, like, a giant stash because they're kind of expensive. I mean, I do have a stash, but, and I'm not even going to tell you, like, how much my stash totals, but like I'm lucky enough to have that, and it's because I don't have any other things that I do, right? Like if I have my crafting, that's what I do in life. I am a mom and I craft. I am a student and I craft. Like, those are my things. And if I was into decorating or, I mean, I have some Christmas decorations up right now, but that's because of the kids, right? Like, they wouldn't be up if it wasn't for the kids. And most of them were given to me, to be honest. Most of them came from my mother. God bless her. I love my mother for that. Like, I'm not into, like, I'm not really into anything that's like frivolous, except for when it comes to my crafting. So I tend to buy the nicer yarns to work with. I tend to buy the nicer diamond paintings to paint with, because if I am going to spend hours upon hours doing something, I want it to be good quality. And I'm not saying that I don't have good quality from like AliExpress or Temu or Amazon. I'm just saying that it's not as good a quality. And again, I prefer these larger kits, and a lot of them don't have them. A lot of those companies have the smaller ones, which I don't really care to do a lot of small ones anymore. I started out doing some small ones, and I have a stash of, I don't know, probably like 30 of the smaller 20 by 30s. I give them away a lot of times. It's how I introduced my mom to diamond painting. It's how I introduced my brother to diamond painting. It's just kind of by giving away these smaller ones. It's getting really late, and I am getting tired. So I am, good gravy, look at that. Okay, so let's do one that's hopefully, well, that one's pretty rough. And this one's also pretty rough. Oh, these small bags are gonna be awful. Okay, here goes it. We're going to do one of these smaller containers just so you can kind of see all the different sizes of this funnel that I think is amazing, because it does hold all the different sizes quite nicely. And it has definitely made it so much easier dealing with this static to have this. And something else that I've noticed about these staticky drills too is that like the closer you cut to the top of the drills, the less you have to fight the packaging. The more package they have to go through, the statickier they are. But that's not to say they're not already ridiculously staticky. If I'd have known this kit was going to be this staticky, I probably would have planned this video a little bit differently. I am going to have so many drills to pick up off of the floor and off of the table. My vacuum is going to sparkle like diamonds. That's okay. You know what, though? This kit is for my kids' room. Oh, and the other thing about, like, investing in diamond painting is I look at it as, like, okay, if you are a football person, right, like, which I'm not. I literally know nothing about football other than there's a ball and a field. And there's a touchdown and something called a field goal. Yeah, I have no idea about football. Just not my jam. But if you're into sports and you look at sports tickets, those are like hundreds of dollars a piece for one game, lasting like roughly 2.5 hours, I think. You go to the movies all the time and you're paying on average like $11 a movie for roughly 2.5 hours. I am paying, you know, on average, probably, let's say on average like $60 a painting, right? That one painting will give me months of entertainment. So that's kind of the way I look at it. So if you ever need to justify yourself, just think of it as investing in like your mental health. It is investing in your entertainment, especially if you don't do anything else for entertainment. I mean, people have an entertainment budget for a reason, right? It's to like keep them from going insane. And I don't use the entertainment budget. Unless I'm buying a diamond painting, I'm not using that entertainment budget. So I have probably like 6 years worth of entertainment for like a quarter of the price of what a year's worth of sports tickets cost. Like, it's not that bad when you think about it that way. So just remember that. And there's also nothing wrong with having the budget kits. They're only, because I do like to see, what number is that? 301. I don't have that sticker. Uh-oh. I don't have that sticker. 301. There is no 301 on here. Did I put it on something else? Well, shit on a shingle, I sure did. Okay. I am gonna have to stop rambling and figure out what I did, because I put the sticker on the wrong container, and now I don't know what number that was. So I am gonna cut out. I'm gonna kit the rest of this up, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like in the bin all done up, and hopefully with the right labels on them. I don't know what I did. I gotta figure it out though. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so just a quick update. I did figure out what I did with that 301 number. Turns out there was 3 bags, not 2, and I just miscounted. We're like over halfway done now. So I'm going to keep working. I did have to change out my dryer sheets because there was just so much static buildup that they weren't doing anything anymore. And yeah, I have tons of little random dots all over my table that I'm gonna have to clean up afterwards. So I'm gonna keep at it, and I will be back soon. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a lot longer than it should be just because of the static. But we are getting there. So, see you soon. Okay, so another quick update. We have, I think, like 15 or so colors left. And I'm out of my smallest containers. They're mostly because they're being used on other kits. So it won't all fit in the same container. I am going to fit as much as I can into one container, but it's gonna have to be split between 2. And I've got some blank space over here, so that'll be fine. And everything else is just going in these smaller ones until I run out of those, and then it'll go into the big ones, even though it might look ridiculous to be in the big ones, but that's just the way it is. So I've also had to change out my dryer sheets yet again on my funnel, because it's just a bit staticky. I'm really struggling with this one. Had I known this was going to be like this, I probably would not have put it on that list. I did do an unboxing of this, and I don't remember it looking that bad, which only goes to show that you never really know until you're in it and starting to do it. So it's been, about an hour or so since I paused. It is getting really late, and at this point, I am simply trying to get through this as quickly as possible because I do have to get up in the morning, and I don't really want to just stop because now I've got a rhythm developed, even dealing with all of this static. So I don't really want to just stop and put it off, because not only would that be the end of the filming, it would also be the end of my rhythm, and I don't know that I would have time to do this tomorrow, so I am simply trying to power through this as quickly as possible. And we're getting somewhere. We're almost done. So we are getting there. The static is awful. And I will be back again. Okay, so I am bringing you back to finish this up with you. It looks like I'm down to ones that are not nearly as terrible, which is good because then I can just do this and it makes it go so much quicker. When they're super staticky, I don't want to pour directly into the funnel. I'd rather pour into a tray first because I will catch any like poppers that are like really bad. Like that very first color that we did that was just like jumping weeds everywhere. I wouldn't want to pour that into a funnel because they would have just ended up everywhere. But some of these that are not quite as staticky, you can just pour directly into the container, which does make it go a little bit quicker. And something to notice, some of my lids are a little bit tight, so it tends to push the container out a little bit. So on this size, I do tend to kind of want to hold it just to make sure that it's actually all the way back and my drills aren't gonna fly out everywhere. And this one was probably a little bit too staticky to pour directly in. Yeah, maybe just a touch too staticky. Pour directly in. Because they tend to want to bounce and hop and skip and jump when they get that staticky. So you can pour directly into the funnel from the bags if you're not battling monstrous static. So just a little tip there, and just kind of hold that lid and container in place if they're a little bit tight, because they do kind of want to push away from the funnel. But I really am thrilled with this. Like, this is probably the best upgrade that I have made to my diamond painting kits so far, besides a tray and pen and a light pad. Okay, so there's like 4 tools that I would recommend. Light pad, a better pen, because the ones that come with your kits are just, I mean, for my hands, I have very sore hands all the time. We're being tested. I'm having them tested for arthritis and stuff, because they're really sore and they shouldn't be. So if you have a harder time gripping or holding things for a long period of time, I would upgrade your pen, and I would also upgrade a tray to a larger tray, or a set that's like these that have the large and the 2 small, to just kind of make it easier for you. So let's see, how many is that? Light pad, pen, tray, funnel would be number 4. Because that didn't work out so hot. It does make it easier. And And number 5 would be a storage system that makes you happy. The Elizabeth Ward is not for everybody. For me, it is my favorite. I also have tried the Tic Tacs, the small Tic Tacs, and they're okay. I mean, they're not bad. I'm not a fan of the little boxes that are attached, and they're like 4 in a line, and you get like 28 cells in a case. I'm sure you've probably seen what I'm talking about, where it kind of looks like a pillbox, but it's only got 4 slots. Those are my nemesis. I can't even tell you how many drills have ended up lost because they get knocked over and pop open super easy, or because I was an idiot and tried to shake down one and didn't realize that 3 others were open, or, I mean, they're just, for me, they're my nightmare. So I really like the Elizabeth Ward setup, which is what we are using to kit this up. And it's my go-to. It's become my go-to. So this one is super staticky, so I am going to dump this one into the tray before I dump it in the funnel, because I don't want it to like go flying. There's a lot of static in these drills. I am not used to this kind of static, guys. Like BAC, Diamond Art Club, they do not generally have static like this. Dreamer Designs does not generally have static like this. So this whole staticky, messy situation is very unusual to me. I've gotten a little bit spoiled, I would say, and it's been a while since I've opened up an older kit like this. So this is definitely not normal. Oh, come on, get down there. It's darn near time to change these dryer sheets again, but I've only got one more color left, so we're gonna see if we can't just make it work, because I don't want to go through all of my dryer sheets on this one kit. I had to change the dryer sheets out 3 times because the dryer sheets were getting static. Which tells you how much static there is in this. And since I already have to, oh, I should probably finish that, right? Okay, so this is the last color, and since I know I already have to put some of these into another tray container piece, I'm going to go ahead and do these up at the same time, just so that I don't have to deal with it later. Because the way these are, I'm not going to want to deal with them later. So I'm just going to do it now. Okay. And then, so this is a second container of 310. So I don't have a label for it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write a label on the inventory sheet. There's a few extra little stickers So I am actually going to write my own label for that, just so that I can keep track. This is color number 8. The symbol is this white dot on a black background, and it is 310. And there we go. That was our last color. So I am going to do my best to clean up all these little bits and bobs after I stop filming. I'm gonna clean up all these little bits and bobs. First, I am going to look and see, because I don't remember seeing the mini. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have a mini sticker, and we have our big sticker. And because I am having to share space in a second organizer tray for some of these drills, I am going to show you. So this one is going to sit right on top of there. And it's going to look like this. Gonna look like this. So there's most of them, and I'm gonna leave this right here so that I can tell exactly what kit this belongs to, and it'll sit on top of my the rest of mine just like that. And then this one here, I am going to move some of these out. And we're going to put these ones in. And we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have to do 2 rows here. Okay. And then we'll just fill in the blanks there. Okay. So this one is sharing space, and I'm going to take my little sticker and put it on this side so that I know these drills go to this kit, and these drills go to the Starborn Unicorn kit. So they're sharing the same box, but they're separated by some blanks. And there we go. We have just hit up the Train of Dreams by Randall Spangler. Super happy that Diamond Art Club changed their drills, because I was not expecting that to take that long. Whatever they did differently to make there not be any static in their new kits, thank you. Because that was like a bit of a nightmare. If you can see, there's all of these little drills all over the table, and they're just so staticky. Like, it's like you touch them and it's like a magnetic force going the other direction. They don't want to gather up very well, and they want to stick to everything. And I have a bunch on my floor in front of my feet that I'm going to have to vacuum up. So all together, let's see, I'm not sure what time it is. Altogether, that took roughly 2.5 hours to kit that up completely. You're only seeing half of that time. And no, I take that back. It was actually closer to 3 hours to kit that up, and most of that was strictly just fighting the static. And I'm going to show you one other quick thing before we go. So I tell everybody when I do an unboxing to save these plastic bags, and this is why. So all of those heat sealed bags and pieces that I have cut, are now contained into one thing, and I can just throw the whole thing away. So you want to save those crinkle bags that those heat seals come in. So I am going to finish up and go to bed because I am tired and I have to get up in the morning. So thank you guys for joining me. It was a process, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm in love with the picture. I'm gonna go put both of these trays in the freezer. That should help whatever remaining static is in those drills to just go away. So I'm going to put them in there for about 10 minutes if I don't forget them. And if I do forget them, well, then they'll be in there overnight and it's not going to hurt anything. So thank you guys for joining, and you guys have a good night. Have fun. Be cool. Stay safe. And peace out.